So what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Lockdown. And Lockdown came out in, I think, Wave 2. And he is a figure that I think a lot of people did want, because the original one from Age of Extinction is, oh boy, that thing's awful. That thing's awful, and I own that thing. I know how bad that is. This one's 10 times better, though. And this one actually looks like Lockdown. It genuinely does. There's a lot of detailing to this guy. There's a ton. He has 2 accessories, none of which are a gun, but I think this is maybe supposed to be, it's a sword. I was just putting on the arm and act like it's like a wrist-mounted tiny gun thing. I don't know why. The sword looks pretty good. You can obviously hold it like that, or that's really tight. Use this peg, and there's the slot on the arm there, and he can peg it on like that's how I usually put it on. And then he has his hook, which is more of the animated reference than anything. He does have it in the movie, but he doesn't really use it. I kind of just like the hook just for the animated reference, and I still find it awesome that Lockdown got a live-action version out of animated. I actually would like to see a lot more of Lockdown in other places. That would be awesome. Imagine we got a Legacy Lockdown. That would be amazing. Like, if there's anything I want to see from Legacy, it's them do animated, like, Lugnut and Lockdown. Like, do with them at least, because they're original characters from that show. Please do them. Anything else would be great, but I want them to really bad, because I haven't had a toy like that in a long time. First things go, he does have a bit of a backpack, and like a turtle shell. I mean, looks pretty alright. The detailing, though, is immaculate. We're going to have to get up and close here for this one. That head sculpt is really detailed. Nice green eyes. Now, there was a repaint of this guy that was a orange version. I think it was called the Shadow Raider. He shell-formed really bad in my area, and I never bought him because he shell-formed so bad. But pretty much, he was the Lockdown accessory pack, because he had the masked head and he had the gun that Lockdown had. But not even just the face here, the chest, it even has little scratch marks and a hair floating around. He even has the little scratch marks going around. The detailing on the chest is crazy. Shoulders have these little bits here. These little bits fold out. If you don't like them, you can fold them in. And like, just everything about him is detailed. And that's why I love the movie designs, because they just look like giant, complex machines. I mean, he just looks really great in the robot mode. His articulation's also pretty solid. He has a ball joint in the head, but it's a bit restricted to look to the side because of the little collar bits there. He can look up pretty well. Can't really look down because his goatee's a little long. Forward and back. Outward is quite restricted by these bits here. He does have a ball joint at the elbow, so he has the swivel there and the elbow bend. He does have a waist swivel. Forward and back, outward, swivel at the thigh, though it is really tight. A knee joint and a bit of tilt at the foot. I mean, he has the pretty moderate articulation, you know, that's your moderate articulation that you like to see on your figures nowadays. Not that bad. Not crazy. So yeah, let's just get to the transformation. So to transform Lockdown, first thing I'm going to do, remove his accessories. Throw them away. Next thing I'm going to do, come to the arms and rotate them around like this. And then flip those little panels I mentioned, flip them in and under. They go right next to the wheel. Come to his forearm, rotate it around like so. There you go. That'll form the side of the car. Come to the feet, flip them up, and then collapse the heel sections, and then rotate the legs inward like so. Come to the chest and push that bit in, push it in. I didn't know you could push that out for the longest time, but yeah, you can indeed do that. bit dusty back here. What are you going to do? Then you get to the backpack section of it. In the backpack, you do have the hood section. Now, you can leave the head flipped out. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but you are supposed to flip it in. It's supposed to be flipped in. And I would recommend that if you can do it. I don't even know if you really can put it in backwards, but boy, I'll try. I don't think you'd even see it anyway, because it's very tinted glass. It's like translucent gray. So you're not going to see it anyway. So now you get to the fun part, which is trying to get everything to go. Because panels, they're fun, aren't they? Save this bit up here for last. So for the arms here, there's a peg there, and it's going to go in like this little area here. So you just got to peg those up there. They both went pretty easy. I didn't even try to do that one. It just went on me. And then you got to try to do that. And then there's a peg that won't go. There we go. Get it situated. Okay, here, do that. I'm gonna unpeg it. This is the most fiddly part of this transformation, is them two little back panels that just refuse to go, and how the arm refuses to peg in. Oh man, that's great. This transformation is really not that hard. It's just lining things up that makes it hard, and I don't know why. Oh, it's because that panel flipped up. That was why it became so hard to put into place, is because that panel flipped up. There we go. Peg it in. Boom. Put down those panels again. And hope and pray you can get them into place. Yeah, I genuinely think the arms have to be done last. I'm trying to do it wrong, probably. I feel like you do the arms last, these panels are going to go in like 10 times easier. Yeah, they genuinely seem like they'll go in 10 times easier. So we're going to screwing this up a bit. It's been a while since I transformed them. Oh, man. Now you gotta try to get the fist to go under the panel, like so. So basically, take it and try. There's so much stuff going on here. I feel like I'm gonna break them every step I'm doing here. Oh, God. And fix the front. That as best as I can, and there is his alt mode after about, what, 3 minutes of struggling with it? Actually, it's more like 4, but the alt mode's great looking. It is really good looking, and I forget the exact Lamborghini it is. I forget exactly which one it is. I don't want to just say one, because I don't know the exact one it is, but man, is it good looking. Oh. It doesn't have the logo, sadly, but it does have a little place for it where it would be. And the blacked out tires work on this one. Usually I'm not all right with, I'm just having blacked out tires, but on this it works. It works really well. Underneath, man, he doesn't transform a lot, does he? I mean, he looks good enough. He does have some translucent headlights, which are inserts, if I'm not mistaken. Are they inserts? We'll check that when we transform them back, but I'm pretty sure they are inserts, so they actually didn't insert. I mean, thing rolls decently well. I don't usually show it, but those pegs that are on the arms, the little slots, you can put the weapons on, including the hook. I don't know why you put the hook on it, but you can put the hook on it too. That's really it for it. I mean, it just looks great. The whole alt mode looks great. And I like that they at least gave him headlights, but they're translucent plastic, and I don't know if that would affect the shoulders. They also painted the rear lights. This guy's really well done. The alt mode's great. So let's just get to the thoughts, I guess. So, thoughts on Lockdown before I rip them apart here. So I'm checking that shoulder to see if it is translucent. I think his shoulder is translucent plastic. That's not a joke. I'm pretty sure his shoulder that I just ripped off there is translucent plastic. I didn't break it though, don't worry. I'm surprised I didn't. The amount of effort I put into transforming that was unholy. Probably should have practiced him before I reviewed him at this rate, because I think I know how he works, but man, that took effort. My overall thoughts on him. I mean, he's a good figure. He's not like the best Studio Series toy ever. His transformation's really annoying and basic. Like, it's basic transformation that's annoying to do. That's not what I want to see. Is an annoying transformation that's really basic, and it's only annoying because certain panels get caught up on each other throughout the whole thing. I don't think I'm the only person to ever hold that sentiment either. Another bit that's kind of annoying, getting the head out if you fold it in. The most satisfying bit, though, folding in that, and then it pegs in. Oh, I forgot to pop out the chest. Easy peasy. But I mean, as far as things go with Lockdown here, I think he's a good figure, but he's not like a crazy one. He's like a 3 out of 5 figure. That's what he is. He's not crazy. He doesn't have a good he has the regular articulation, but he doesn't have crazy articulation. His robot mode looks amazing. His alt mode looks amazing. His transformation's annoying, and it's just not fun either. It's just not a good transformation. Like, everything about him's pretty good. The only complaint I have is even the backpack doesn't even store everything. Most of it's just panels. That's all in his arms and legs. That's it. That's been my review of Studio Series Lockdown from, Studio Series. I don't know why I did that. This has been Eilt, Elite, whatever you want to call me, signing out.